Today was nothing short of a nightmare, a day filled with nothing but annoyance and disaster. But Peyton, if I'm being honest, maybe this was a good opportunity for you to learn something, wouldn't you agree? By the way, don't forget to transfer the tuition fee later. The total comes to $1,000, just in case you missed that detail. But then again, I suppose that's probably a lot for you. Considering you can't even afford decent snacks, it might be a bit of a stretch for you to come up with that. How laughable. Jordyn, seriously, stop with this nonsense. I am done with your childish games. Do you even comprehend how much your actions have messed everything up for everyone else here? You have caused more than enough problems. Problems? Oh, don't make me laugh. That's my line, dear. You have no idea how much your behavior has upset me. How could you, in your right mind, belittle us like that? How could you say such disgusting things like claiming that my daughter's fiancé is from a single-mother household and therefore somehow unworthy? What kind of joke is that? And let's not forget that your son's financial situation is actually better, right? So it seems like the only truly pathetic poor person in all of this is you. You're the one that's struggling. I almost feel sorry for your poor son. He must have suffered so much living with such a person. Let me tell you something. Your hands, your filthy hands, are not something I would even think of touching. The thought is nauseating. Sure, it may not be high-end gourmet sweets, but it's still delicious. And more than that, it's a reminder of family, of memories that matter. I thought you'd appreciate that. Stop pretending to be so naive. Are you seriously trying to mock us? It's honestly beyond belief. This is exactly what's wrong with people like you, mothers who don't know how to raise their children properly without a shred of decency. A nurse's assistant? Really? You're not even a nurse, just a part-time helper acting like you're some sort of professional. I admit I may not be a full-fledged nurse, and my work isn't as grand as others in the field. Let me tell you something. It's still a crucial job in the healthcare system, one that requires empathy and dedication. It may not be flashy, but it's necessary. But you wouldn't understand, would you? You'd rather judge people based on their job, their family background, their social status. It's the only way you see the world. And what if it is? What's the problem with that? So because your husband has a more prestigious job, you think it's perfectly acceptable to stomp on the gifts of others? To crush the offerings of someone just trying to show a bit of kindness? You think that's acceptable behavior? Honestly, you still don't get it, do you? Of course it's justified. It's absolutely justified. I don't regret asking you to leave one bit. You were nothing but an eyesore just standing there in front of the door, wasting everyone's time. I couldn't stand it anymore. Leave, now. Fine. You want me to leave? I'll go. But take your trash with you. Don't you dare think about dumping it somewhere else on your way out. Keep it with you, the garbage that it is.
Mom, I'm not coming home tonight.
What? You're not coming home? I thought you came back home, but then I saw you leave again. I've been worried, wondering where you were going and why you left in such a rush.
Yeah, I'm staying with Amy tonight. I went to her family's house today to introduce myself properly. I had good intentions, but I ended up being kicked out. Amy was hurt the most by all of this, and I can't just leave her feeling like that, so I want to be there for her, comfort her.
I understand. If it's for that reason, it's fine. But please, Andrew, make sure you apologize to Amy for me as well. I don't want her to feel like this is my fault.
Yeah, I'll do that. But there's something else I want to discuss with you. I think it's time for us to cut ties, Mom.
What? What are you talking about? What do you mean, cut ties?
I mean exactly what I said. The reason I was thrown out today? It's all because of you. But you know what? I've worked really hard to build my life. I've got a solid job that pays well, and I didn't need any extra tutoring to get into a national university. I've got a good future ahead of me, and that's because of my own effort.
I've caused you some stress. I know that, Andrew. But you've seen how hard I've worked, how much I've done for you. I've supported you in Amy's relationship from the start. I was honestly happy when I heard you'd met someone good at work.
Yeah, so for both of our sakes, can you just let me go? If you truly love me and want the best for me, you'll understand why this needs to happen. You'll know what needs to be done.
This is too much, Andrew. It's extreme. I can't just accept this. I have tried to be a good mother. I have done my best. You can't just throw it all away like this.
But Mom, I'm not coming home tonight and I don't plan on coming back. I've already packed everything I need, all my work stuff, everything else. I'm gonna make it on my own. And you know, I think Jordyn will accept me as I am, on my own, without needing to have this constant tension with you.
No, you can't be serious. I know I'm not perfect, and maybe I haven't been the best mother compared to others, but I've always loved you. I've always cared for you, Andrew. I've done everything I could for you. You can't just throw all that away.
That's exactly why I'm asking you to cut ties, Mom. Do you understand? I'm grateful for everything you've done for me, for raising me, but this is where it ends. I've come this far on my own, and I need to move forward without you holding me back. I don't want to keep living under your expectations. Goodbye, Mom.
Andrew, wait. Please don't leave like this. Please don't walk away. Andrew's mother. How have you been? Funny thing, Andrew came to see me again yesterday, begging for something. Oh, Andrew came to you? Yes, he did. He actually said, I'd really appreciate it if you could see me as I am, without the preconceived notions you have. Can you imagine that? He actually bowed to me like that. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. He's not bad looking, comes from a prestigious background, graduated from a renowned university, and works at a big company, the same one my daughter's at. By all accounts, he's decent. And then he says he's severed ties with you, as if that wasn't enough of a statement. He's trying to make this whole thing sound like that it's for the best. He says if you're out of the picture, then everything will be fine. It's honestly so much better this way. My daughter deserves someone like him, someone who's got a future. It's a relief to know she's found the perfect match. So he really did say that? He cut ties with me? He's serious then? Oh yes, absolutely. He even showed me the text messages. What did they say? He said something like how bringing such lowly gifts like cheap candy made him feel ashamed. And then he said it's time to cut the unnecessary baggage. He thinks it's time to leave people like you behind, to move on. If he really cared about my daughter, he'd be done with this drama by now. He's just cleaning up his life. Do you see now? The fact is, he was never really interested in fixing things with you. He doesn't need you holding him back. I can't stand this. I won't accept it. I need to talk to him directly. I deserve that chance. You think you deserve anything at all? I've moved on, and honestly, I don't even care anymore. I'm happy with how things have turned out, and I don't need anyone messing with that. Are you really saying this to me, after everything? Oh, now you want to talk, after all the damage that's been done? Well, let me make this crystal clear. You're in the way now. You've overstayed your welcome. You think you can just waltz back into his life after all of this? You're too late. He's already made up his mind. It's time for you to go, leave, and never ever try to contact me again. This isn't fair. I am his mother. How could he do this? Oh, but it's perfectly fair, don't you see? You've already had your chance. But now you're nothing more than a hindrance. You should never have interfered in the first place. This is what happens when you make the wrong choices. Goodbye, and don't come back. Fine. I won't ever bother you again, but you'll never see how much pain this is causing me. Goodbye. Wait, what is going on here? Explain yourself. You were the one who gave the order, right? You can't just leave me in the dark like this. You owe me an explanation. Hurry up and tell me what's happening. What are you talking about? Didn't I clearly tell you that we should never have any dealings with each other again? Wasn't that the point of the whole thing? Stop playing dumb with me. You're not fooling anyone. You've been acting so smug, thinking I wouldn't catch on, but I knew it all along. I should never have trusted someone like you. I knew it. I knew I should have walked away from this the moment I saw that attitude of yours. How could I have been so blind? Oh, is this about that? Oh, the whole honeymoon thing? You told me you wanted to go on a honeymoon after we got married, and I agreed, right? Then I sent you off thinking everything was fine, but you never came back. What happened? You left and completely vanished, gone without a trace. So you knew about that, huh? So it was all your doing, wasn't it? When I finally took the time to check the house, I noticed something odd. Amy's bank book, her personal bank reports, all sorts of things were missing. She couldn't have possibly done that on her own. She's not capable of making such a bold move. So I'm sure you had something to do with it. You're behind all of this, aren't you? Can't believe I'm even asking this, but where is she? Where's Amy? You have to tell me right now. If you don't send her back, I'll go to the police and report this as a kidnapping. Don't think I won't do it. But that would be a problem, wouldn't it? The truth is Amy isn't here, and she's not at my house. Both Andrew and Amy, they went on a plane together, traveling far away. They're not here anymore. Oh, and just so you know, it wasn't a vacation they went on. It's more like they decided to move. A move? What do you mean a move? Are you out of your mind? If they're getting married, what's so strange about them moving together? Isn't that what you'd expect? It's not like this is some odd thing. Andrew got transferred to a regional office. I don't know all the details, but they had to leave to adjust to that. It's not that complicated. But what about me? What does this mean for me? You're telling me I've been left behind? You can't be serious. No, this is wrong. I allowed you to stay in this house only under the condition that we would all live together. How could this happen? How could you do this to me? Well, if it was just a verbal agreement, then I guess it's not really something they had to honor, right? It wasn't a contract or anything official, was it? How can you sit there so calmly as if none of this matters to you? You've got to be kidding me. You, of all people, have the nerve to stay composed. Haven't you been in the exact same position as me? You were abandoned too, weren't you? Oh, I see. Maybe you've misunderstood the situation, haven't you? Those messages we exchanged, that was all on purpose. I intentionally made sure Andrew sent me those messages that made it look like I had been abandoned. That was my plan. I knew it would confuse you. What did you say? You're telling me those messages were on purpose? Yes, that's right. On the way back, we discussed everything. We talked about how things needed to go from here, and I knew that you were struggling with your feelings about being a single mother raising a child alone. I thought maybe if I had Andrew act the same way, pretend to be in a similar situation, it would help him connect to the whole thing. Maybe it would make him feel more sympathetic towards me. But of course, that was a mistake. I should have known it wouldn't work. So, from the very beginning, you were just trying to deceive me? This whole time you were playing some sick game. What kind of heartless, twisted people are you? You're nothing more than frauds. You've lied to me, and now you expect me to just let this go? I can't. I won't. You can't take my daughter away from me, no matter what. I will not let that happen. I want my daughter back now. You've crossed that line. You're criminals. Do you understand? You know, deep down, I really did want to get along with Amy. I wanted to be able to make things work to get along with her. But after what I saw happen to the gift I brought over, I realized something. This situation is beyond repair. There's no going back from this. I finally understand how your husband must have felt, all the frustration, the helplessness. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually get it now. My husband? What do you mean, your husband? What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense to me. It doesn't matter now, does it? We're not in this together anymore. If you're really worried about your daughter, then you need to get in touch with my son. He's the one who can help you. You think someone like you, some poor old woman, could do anything about this? You think you're in any position to make threats or have any control over what happens next? Oh, how foolish. But go ahead. Remember this, you will be held accountable for everything that's going to unfold. You'll be the one to face the consequences of all this, so prepare yourself. Just wait and see. Pick up the phone, you criminal. You've got some nerve ignoring me.
What's this? Do you even realize what time it is? I don't have the time to deal with someone as inconsiderate as you. You really think I'm gonna drop everything just because you're desperate?
You don't have time. Oh, now you're acting all calm and collected, huh? So you're too busy to answer a call, but not too busy to scheme behind my back.
Well, it's true. I'm busy. I'm watching a movie with my wife, eating ice cream together, enjoying the life I've built. Maybe you should try it sometime. You might actually find happiness if you stopped obsessing over things you can't control.
Don't you dare joke with me, you bastard. You think you can just sit there and ignore everything you've done? How dare you? You have taken my daughter away from me, and I'll be damned if I let you get away with it. You want to play this game? Fine, but I'll make sure you regret it. Give her back right now. I will never, never accept this marriage.
But the paperwork has already been filed, and Amy is officially my wife now. We've moved to a new place, and she's happy here. She's finally free. Free from you, Jordyn. That's what she says. She's relieved to be away from the life you've forced on her. From your constant need to control everything.
What do you mean by that? Are you trying to make me out to be the bad guy? You think I'm the villain here?
Well, at least to me you are. And I think your late husband would agree with me if he were still around. But I'm sure he already saw through you before it was too late.
What's this talk about my husband? Why bring him up now? Don't you dare talk about him like you know anything about him. You think you're so clever, so smug, but I'll tell you, Amy is a victim and you're the one who manipulated her. You've been playing with her life, pulling the strings, and for what? You could feel important. All I've ever done is try to be a mother or to raise my daughter right. I have sacrificed everything for her.
I see. Just like my father-in-law said. It's all starting to make sense now.
What? What are you talking about?
When my father-in-law was in the hospital, my mother was the one taking care of him. She heard everything. Your story, your daughter's story. How you ended up in an arranged marriage, how things were fine at first but slowly fell apart. You know what I heard? You were cold, distant, always demanding more from your husband. Maybe it was the money, maybe it was something else, but you made everything about yourself. And then you turned on Amy. You made her your personal servant.
I didn't make her do anything. I was teaching her how to be a bride, how to prepare her for her future. Her father's a company president. I couldn't have her walking around thinking she's entitled to everything. She needed discipline. She needed to learn how to survive, and I needed her to be strong. My husband was sick for years. He was fighting cancer, and I couldn't depend on him. I couldn't live in weakness. I needed her to stand on her own 2 feet.
Right. And now, after all these years of draining your family's fortune while your husband was in and out of the hospital, you've become dependent on Amy, haven't you? You can barely keep your head above water. You're using her money to survive, aren't you?
You really knew all of that?
Of course I do. My father-in-law was worried about it, and when I checked Amy's bank account, I saw that almost all of her income was being transferred to your account every month. I stopped those automatic transfers, by the way. You've been exploiting her for years. You call that survival skills? It's just manipulation, pure and simple. You've drained your daughter dry for your own gain. How is that any different from theft?
No, this can't be true. I only knew we met through work, and now you're telling me all these ugly truths about the past? How could you have known all this?
It's a crazy coincidence, isn't it? My co-worker's father ends up being my mother's patient. Feels too perfect to be true, but then I thought, maybe it's fate. You know, I could have just helped the person I care about, and when I look back on it, I realize I didn't need your permission. I didn't need your approval. Amy and I are legally married now. Our union is blessed, and we're moving forward. I don't need your interference.
I won't accept this. You need to come and speak to me directly, face to face. Don't you dare hide behind your lies.
You're asking me to do that? After everything you've done to my family, you think I owe you an explanation? You didn't give my mother the chance to speak. You never cared to listen to her. Why should I waste my time with you? I suggest you spend some time alone, Jordyn. Cool off, think about everything you've done, and try to figure out where it all went wrong.
Peyton, can I talk to you for a moment? Did you hear what happened? I did, but I'm sure Andrew and Amy are misunderstanding everything. So I was hoping you could help me talk some sense into them. Can you help me persuade them? What exactly do you mean? I think my husband's been under a lot of stress with his illness, and that's been clouding his judgment. He's been worrying so much about our daughter that he's convinced I'm the bad one. It's like everything's spinning out of control. I'm doing my best to hold everything together, but they're not seeing it. They're not seeing the bigger picture. I see. And what about when you left all the housework to Amy? You made her handle all the repairs, the yard work, everything. You didn't want to spend money hiring professionals, so you just handed it off to her. Amy, of all people, turned out to be a real expert in DIY work, didn't she? She was fixing things you couldn't even bother with. It's almost like you were training her to take care of everything for you. Yes, that's right. She's really good at it. I just wanted her to be able to take care of things, to feel proud of what she could do, to not depend on anyone, especially not on me. I was trying to prepare her for life, to make her strong, you know. I never meant for it to be like this. You saved all that money and put it straight into your pocket while your daughter worked herself to the bone, and now you're acting like you were being so helpful? Is that it? You pushed her so hard, you even took advantage of her willingness to please, didn't you? Did you think you could just use her energy, her skills, and pocket the savings without anyone noticing? What are you talking about? Didn't you notice that Amy's things were gone? The moment she left, did you notice anything else? Your little collection of host business cards? I've seen the photos. You took so many pictures of them. You spent a lot of money on this, didn't you? And there were even records of how many bottles of Dom Perignon you popped open, right? Along with those cards? You could have spent that money on your family, on your husband, on your daughter, yet you chose to indulge in this lifestyle. Hey, that's a violation of my privacy. No, what's a violation is what you've done to Amy. Let's look at the dates, shall we? This all started when your husband was first hospitalized. So while your husband was fighting for his life, you were partying with the money he earned, living it up. It's honestly astonishing. You wanted to escape your reality, your responsibility. You wanted freedom without the consequences. You didn't care who you hurt in the process, and now here I am reminding you of the basic decency you seem to have forgotten. Oh, that was just a little thing, a momentary lapse in judgment, like playing with fire, nothing more. It wasn't serious. I never meant for it to get this far. And now you're in debt and using your daughter's money to pay it all off. Is that it? This is what you've been building your life on? Taking from your own daughter? How do you know all of this? Do you really not understand? Andrew and Amy went through the house. They checked everything. Andrew gained your trust, slipped into your life, and from there he found the evidence. I couldn't believe it when he told me, but it made sense, didn't it? He's been in your good graces this whole time. He let you think he was your ally, just waiting for the right moment. You never saw it coming, did you? It's almost impressive how well he played the role. He didn't just see your weakness, he exploited it. What are you saying? Are you insane? Oh, no. This is actually a good thing. Amy is finally free. She can live her life however she wants now without you breathing down her neck. You do want her to be happy, don't you? Even if that means cutting you out of her life completely. Tossing you aside, leaving you to face the consequences of your actions alone. This is a nightmare. It's all a nightmare. What's truly unfortunate is your husband, though. Do you remember the sweets you brought with you when you went to meet him during your marriage preparations? The ones that were his favorite? Wait, those were his? Yes, your husband told me himself that he loved those sweets. Amy gave them to him on Father's Day, and from that moment on, he never stopped talking about them. And you stomped on them, didn't you? You didn't even care about that. This is the love you have for your family, isn't it? That's what it boils down to. You destroyed something that was dear to him. You crushed it with your selfishness, your anger. And now you'll finally learn something from all of this, won't you? It's too late to fix what you've done, but maybe you can start by accepting it. The damage is done, Jordyn. There is no going back. This is what you've built, and now you have to live with it. Maybe instead of a lecture, you should just send them a congratulatory gift. That's right, you should wrap up all this mess and offer it as your little thank you to them. A token of your appreciation for their patience, for putting up with you. I'd say it's the least you can do, given everything. Please, I beg you, don't make me suffer any more than this.
What's going on with you all of a sudden, Jordyn?
I've tried everything to reach Amy, called her, sent messages, left emails, but nothing. She's not answering. I don't know who else to turn to, so I had no choice but to call you.
Well, considering I had her block you, I guess that makes sense.
Forget about all that. My house is being destroyed. The contractors are here. The wrecking ball is going to tear it down. Do you understand what that means? My home, my life is being ripped away from me. You're the one behind all of this, aren't you? This is all you're doing.
What are you talking about? I don't think Amy's doing anything wrong. She's simply exercising her rights. She sold the land. It's her decision. It's not anything out of the ordinary. You know that, right? After all, the house you're living in, its title, it's under Amy's name, not yours.
Wait, what? It's under her name?
You didn't know that? Are you serious? How could you not know that? Or did she just never tell you? My late father-in-law made sure to transfer the title of the house to Amy when he was still alive. He did that because he knew. He knew there could come a time when someone like you would take advantage of things. It was a safeguard for her in case you did something like this.
No, this can't be happening. What are you saying? You're telling me I've been living here thinking it was mine all this time, and now it's all gone because of this? Just because of this?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, and you must have received the eviction notice. Wasn't that clear enough for you? Were you just ignoring it?
I thought there was something weird with the mail. I thought it didn't feel right, but I never really paid attention to it. I thought Amy was handling everything. I left everything to her. I didn't think it was that important. I didn't think it was something that would lead to all of this.
Well, that's on you. You didn't pay attention to the warning signs, and now you're reaping the consequences. Amy cut ties with you a long time ago. This is the natural outcome. It's no surprise. And another thing about the inheritance, the estate, Amy's share. You took it, didn't you? You helped yourself to what wasn't yours. You're gonna pay for that. I'm taking you to court. I'm suing you, and you'd better return what you took from her. I'm not letting this go.
Why would I have to return it? That money belongs to us, the children. It's not hers to take.
Oh, I see. You think it's yours, huh? It's not a criminal matter, but I can still take legal action. And I will. I'm gonna hold you accountable for what you've done.
But I don't have anything left. How am I supposed to give it back when I have nothing? I don't have the money. You're asking for something impossible.
So you've spent it all, huh? All of it. That's great. Well, guess what? I don't care how hard it's gonna be for you. We're gonna work this out. You'll have to work. You'll have to work for the rest of your life. No experience, no skills, doesn't matter. I'm sure there's a way. Maybe it'll take a few decades, but you'll pay it back eventually. You'll work until the day you die.
But what about my living situation? I can't live on nothing.
Why not? You could work somewhere that offers room and board. You'll have food, shelter, and everything you need. You won't have to worry about that.
You think I can just do that? Do you think it's even possible for me? I've never worked in my life. I'm too old for this now. If I'd had the kind of support some people had, I wouldn't be in this situation. Maybe if I'd had someone like you, someone to love me, someone who took care of me, I wouldn't have had to be in this mess.
Is this how low you're going? Now you're gonna insult my mother too? Even after all that's happened, you're gonna bring her into this? You're gonna mock her life? Listen to me. My mother became a single mother because my father passed away. He died young, unexpectedly. He didn't leave anything behind. There was no inheritance. I was just a kid, and she had to raise me on her own. She had to work. She worked her ass off just to provide for me. She didn't have a choice. She did what she had to do to survive.
Oh, I didn't mean any disrespect. That's so unfortunate. I didn't mean it like that. I was just making a comparison, trying to explain things.
I don't need your explanations. Can you just stop talking? Every word that comes out of your mouth feels like it's poisoning the air. I'm so damn tired of hearing you justify your actions. I'm proud of my mother, and I'll never let you insult her like this. You don't get to treat her like that. If you hate her so much, then fine. I'll cut you off completely. No more contact. We're done.
Wait, you can't just leave me like this. I can't survive alone. Please listen to me. I'll change. I'll do anything. Please don't turn your back on me.
No more. You've had your chance. I'm happy with the life I've built. I don't need you in it. You're nothing but a burden, and I've had enough. You're cut off. Don't contact me again. Never. Goodbye.
Andrew, I'm on the plane now. I should arrive at your airport around evening.
Got it. I'll pick you up. Let me know once you land safely. Amy's been talking about you non-stop. She's been really looking forward to seeing you again.
That's really sweet of her. How's life treating you since you moved to the countryside?
Well, to be honest, it's been a lot harder than I expected. Work's been demanding. The company's expectations are a lot heavier out here. The transportation situation is a nightmare compared to the city, and I've got to drive everywhere just to get things done. Some days it feels like I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere, like an isolated island. It's quiet, peaceful, but at the same time it's lonely. But if it's for my family, I'd go through anything. All of it, even the struggle, it's nothing when it comes to protecting them.
You've really changed, haven't you? When I heard about you from Amy's father, I was so surprised. You really reminded me of someone from Amy's past, someone she used to have feelings for. And to find out it was really her daughter, I couldn't help but laugh. It's funny how dinner conversations can go from something so casual to something this significant, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. I guess it's been a long journey for me. I thought if I just kept pushing, kept trying, she'd notice me. But no matter how much I tried, she never did. And then when I realized it was Jordyn who was the one standing in the way, that's when something inside me snapped. I couldn't let it go. I had to step in, do something. I've always felt blessed to have the parents I did. I didn't get much time with my father, but I remember how gentle he was. And my mom, she worked tirelessly, always struggling to make ends meet, yet she never stopped loving me. Even when things were tough, she made sure I felt loved. She showed me what it meant to give. to care for someone deeply, no matter the cost. I realized I wanted to pass that on. I wanted to be able to love someone the way she loved me, to show someone that kind of devotion.
Andrew, I never knew you felt that way about me. So beautiful. I always knew you were a good person, but hearing you say this, knowing what drove you, it's different. It's like I'm seeing a whole new side of you.
Yeah, I don't talk about it much, but I owe everything to you. You're the reason I am the way I am. You raised me with so much love, and I don't think I'll ever be able to thank you enough. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all the sacrifices you made, for all the sleepless nights, for the way you always put me before yourself no matter what. I don't think I'll ever stop being grateful for the fact that I was your son. No one will ever replace that.
Andrew, I'm speechless. You've made me feel like the luckiest person in the world. To hear you speak about your mom like that, to know how much she shaped you, how much love you carry with you, it's overwhelming in the best way. I'm so proud of you. And to think here I am, getting to be part of your family. I can't even express how much that means to me. You know, I don't think I could have ever imagined this kind of happiness. The way you care, the way you show up for everyone. More than I ever expected. It's more than I could have ever hoped for. I'm just glad I get to share this with you, to be part of this journey, to be in this moment with you. Jordyn lost her house and, in a desperate attempt to find refuge, began visiting relatives. However, each time she showed up, she was turned away. And really, who could blame them? Jordyn had always been the kind of stay-at-home wife who never took on any household responsibilities. She didn't contribute to the home in any meaningful way, and her approach to life as a whole lacked any sense of adult responsibility or moral grounding. Over time, as the weight of her circumstances became more and more overwhelming, her pride eventually shattered. In the end, she had no choice but to humble herself and beg for a job at a friend's workplace. She had to swallow her ego completely, groveling before them in a way she probably never thought she would have to do. Now she spends her days doing menial, repetitive tasks, whatever she can do to stay afloat. But even with her new job, her habits remain unchanged. She still spends money recklessly, and the mountain of debt she's accumulated is a reminder that the road to financial stability and recovery will be long and arduous for her. The future ahead seems filled with struggle, and while she may be working hard, there's a part of me that doubts she'll ever truly escape her past mistakes. On the other hand, things are looking much brighter for Andrew and Amy. After Andrew was transferred to a rural area for his work, it seems the change of environment has done them both some good. Amy, who once struggled under the heavy weight of her mother's control and had little confidence in herself, has found a sense of freedom. The smiles that now grace her face are proof of how much happier she has become. She seems more at ease, as if the chains of her past are finally loosening. It's a reminder that, at the end of the day, parents only wish for the happiness of their children, even if sometimes it feels like those wishes are laced with their own desires or projections. But when you see the joy of someone who's truly found peace, like Andrew and Amy, it brings a certain warmth to your heart. It makes me think about how, if the world were filled with just a little more of that kindness, things might be so much better. When I see their happiness, it makes me reflect on the idea that our happiness doesn't have to be something we seek for ourselves alone. It can be a shared experience. It's easy to feel cynical and jaded when surrounded by selfishness and negativity, but moments like these help me believe in the goodness that still exists in the world. They remind me that there's hope for a kinder, more understanding world, where people support one another and live with real compassion. Victor, what the hell was that speech about?
Huh? Speech? What are you even talking about? I'm in the waiting room right now, waiting for you. You're the one taking forever. Hurry up already. What's the point of this stupid outfit change? It's a total waste of time. I'm just sitting here with nothing to do.
Don't try to change the subject. I'm talking about the speech you just gave. You stood up in front of everyone and said, "A nearly 40-year-old hag got down on her knees and begged me, ha ha ha." Why the hell would you say something like that? Why would you lie to everyone like that?
It's not a lie, it's the truth.
It is absolutely not the truth. I am younger than you.
That's a good one. You're really gonna keep up the act even now? Come on, quit playing dumb. It's pathetic. I already know the truth. I know you're just a step away from 40.
I told you, I'm still 32.
Yeah, you can keep saying that all you want, but I already saw your driver's license.
What? My driver's license? I never showed it to you.
Of course you didn't. I looked at it myself.
What? What the hell does that even mean? Are you telling me you went through my wallet without my permission?
Nah, don't make it sound so bad. When I visited your parents' house, your wallet was just lying there on the table. I saw it and thought, whose wallet is this? So I took a peek. Turns out it was yours.
You took a peek? Are you serious right now? That is my personal property.
Oh, come on, don't be so dramatic. You got more than one wallet, right? Who would have thought you'd leave one at your parents' house?
I don't leave my wallets at my parents' house. That never happened.
And here you go again, lying through your teeth. You're really desperate, huh? But it's useless. I saw your birth date right there on your license. You even shaved off a few years just to get married? That's hilarious. It's honestly kind of impressive. I gotta hand it to you. I didn't think you had it in you.
What is wrong with you? You're not even making sense. Victor, what happened to you? You're acting completely different, like a total stranger.
What are you even talking about? I've always been like this. Maybe you just weren't paying attention. Don't push your weird delusions onto me. And don't act like you're some innocent victim here. This is your fault.
My fault?
Duh! You lied about your age. I mean, let's be real. Age fraud is a pretty big deal. And yet here you are acting all high and mighty like I'm the bad guy? Give me a break. You should actually be thanking me. I mean, I could have made a much bigger deal out of it. But I'm letting it slide. I'm being nice. Maybe I went a little too far calling you a nearly 40-year-old hag in front of everyone. My bad. I'll admit that was a little harsh.
A little?
Yeah, I get it. It hurt your feelings, right? Boo-hoo! Look, it was just a joke. Besides, it's not like I was completely wrong. But whatever, I don't want to argue about something so dumb. In the end, we're still getting married, aren't we? So just suck it up. I mean, come on, let's be real. I could have walked away after finding out you lied to me, but I didn't. I'm still here. I'm still marrying you. That's pretty generous of me, don't you think? So why don't we just call it even? I'll forget about your little age lie, and you forget about my little speech. Fair deal, right?
Who the hell do you think you're talking to?
Huh?
I can't believe it. What the hell was that? Who humiliates their own bride at their wedding? What the hell is wrong with that guy? Raina, please just calm down. Calm down? How am I supposed to calm down? Did you even hear what he said up there? He stood in front of everyone, in front of our families, and basically called you a desperate old hag who begged him to marry her. Are you seriously telling me that that doesn't bother you? Of course it bothers me. Then why aren't you furious? Why are you just standing here like this? Why aren't you storming over there and demanding an explanation? Because I still want to believe in him. Believe in him after that? I don't know, Raina. I can't make sense of it. It was so sudden and completely out of nowhere. Up until today, he's never said anything like that before.
I still don't know what to think. I still don't understand why he would say something like that. Just because he said something awful, just because it hurt, it doesn't mean I'm ready to throw everything away. I get it, I do. You've been with him for a long time and you love him. You thought you knew him. So now that he's suddenly acting like a total stranger, you don't know how to react. But that doesn't make what he said okay. This is beyond unacceptable. You've always been too kind for your own good. You need to start putting yourself first. I know you're not great at getting angry, but this is something you have to stand up for. Thank you, Raina. I do understand why you're so mad. And a part of me wants to be mad too, but I don't even know what I feel anymore. My thoughts are all over the place and I can't make sense of any of it. I get it. I mean, up until today, he seemed normal. Even when he told your parents about his job, they were concerned, but... Yeah, when he said he was working part-time, my parents were a little worried. I mean, I'm not the kind of person to judge someone based on their employment status. These days, there are plenty of people who make good money from part-time jobs. And he did have a reason for it, right? Yeah, he told me that he was forced out of his last job by someone higher up. Some unfair corporate politics. But he didn't let that stop him. He became a convenience store manager after that, and he told me he really enjoyed the work. That's why he stayed. Are you sure he's actually working? Huh? Of course. He always brags about how good he is at his job. He's like, I'm crazy good at work. I'm the lead part-timer, haha. Apparently he gets left in charge of the store by himself overnight, so he must be managing things properly, right? So tell me, why would someone like that, someone who seems to take his work seriously, pull something this disgusting at his own wedding? None of this makes sense. Listen, you need to talk to him properly. Yeah, I will. And remember this, just because you held the wedding doesn't mean you're legally married yet. Until you file that marriage registration, it's not official. You still have time, so really think about what you're going to do next. No matter what you decide, I'll support you. I just want you to be happy. Victor, please just answer me. Why did you do that?
Oh, this again? Seriously? I'm in the middle of talking to my parents right now. If you've got so much time to stand around whining, why don't you go finish your outfit change instead? You're making a big deal out of nothing.
I am begging you, just answer me.
You're acting like this is my fault, but let's be real here. You lied about your age, didn't you? You shaved off a few years and pretended to be younger. That's on you. If you had just been upfront from the start, I wouldn't have had to say anything in my speech. But instead, you went and embarrassed yourself. That's not my problem. You're the one who did something shady first. You got caught. End of story. Don't go blaming me for stating the obvious. That's just common sense.
If being with me was so unbearable, if you resented it so much that you had to humiliate me at our wedding, then why did you even marry me in the first place?
Huh? Why? Because it was convenient.
What?
Look, all of my friends have been getting married. Some of them even have kids now. I was the only one left. And, I mean, that's kind of embarrassing, right? Being the last one standing. It's like losing some sort of competition. So yeah, I figured I'd just get married too.
You can't be serious.
Why wouldn't I be? Come on, think about it. Nobody wants to be the only one still single. Every time we all got together, someone would be like, "Oh, Victor, when are you getting married?" And then I'd have to laugh it off like it didn't bother me. But it did. It did bother me. So I figured, screw it, I'll just get married too. Problem solved.
So you're telling me you only married me so you wouldn't feel left out?
Bingo! I mean, don't get me wrong, you're fine, I guess. But let's be real, it's not like I was head over heels or anything. You were there, you wanted to get married, so I thought, why not? Worked out for both of us, right?
Worked out?
Well, yeah. I mean, you should be grateful. You're not exactly in your prime anymore, you know. But even knowing that, I still went ahead and married you. That's gotta count for something, right?
You really think like that?
What? I'm just being honest. And let's be real, it's not like you had a ton of options either. You wanted to get married and, well, there I was. You should be thanking me.
I see.
Huh?
I finally understand.
What the hell, Reiko? You telling me you're actually 32? And what the hell was that speech? Why the hell would you do something like that?
I told you over and over again that I was younger than you, but you refused to believe me. So I did exactly what you did. I used the wedding speech to clear my name. You had no problem humiliating me in front of everyone, but now that the tables have turned, you suddenly have a problem with it?
Are you fucking kidding me? You just made a complete fool out of me in front of all my friends!
Oh, please. You've been going around whining about how you were tricked, how you were some poor victim because I lied about my age. After all the times I corrected you, you were the one who refused to listen. Not only that, but you snooped through someone's wallet like a creep and then got the wrong idea. Honestly, I think the fact that you've jumped to conclusions so quickly makes you the biggest joke of all.
Wait. Are you telling me that wallet wasn't yours? No way! I checked the name. I know I did.
Did you actually check everything? The full name, the birth date? Did you take the time to read it properly?
I mean, I was in a hurry, so I didn't exactly,
Exactly. And let's not forget the most important part of this. You went through someone else's wallet without their permission. That alone makes you trash. But now you're throwing a tantrum because your own stupidity backfired? God, you're pathetic. And by the way, my older sister loves beauty and skincare. She's always looked ridiculously young for her age. Plus, we look really similar. So of course, if you were rushing, you might have confused her photo ID with mine.
But I know I saw your name!
Oh, Victor, let me guess. You saw a name, barely glanced at it, and assumed it was mine, right? My name is Reiko. My sister's name is Reina. Do you see the problem? Our names are only one letter apart. Considering you were snooping like a guilty little thief, you were probably too nervous to even double-check. Your eyes were locked onto the birth date, weren't they? You were so fixated on that number, you didn't even think to verify the full name properly.
Well, fine! But if that's the case, why the hell didn't you just tell me before? Why did you have to publicly humiliate me like that in front of everyone?
Oh, you really have the audacity to ask me that? The nerve of you, Victor. You had no problem dragging my name through the mud in front of our guests. You turned me into a joke and you enjoyed it. But now that you're the one on the receiving end, you're throwing a fit? You keep trying to make me the villain here, but the only one to blame is you. You did this first. You set the rules of this game. And now that you've lost, you want to cry foul? But don't worry, I'm not going to be petty like you. I'm not going to smirk and tell you to just deal with it. I'm simply going to handle this properly.
What the hell does that mean? Unbelievable. Do you even realize what the hell you just did?
Oh, I know exactly what I did. I made sure to tear up the marriage certificate right in front of all our guests, which means you and I are officially done. Engagement over. You do understand what this means, right?
You bitch! First you throw a tantrum about not wanting to get married, and now you go and humiliate me like that, right in front of my friends, my family? You made me look like a damn fool!
Oh, please. The only fool here is the one who did something shameful in the first place. If you don't want to be seen as pathetic, maybe you shouldn't have acted pathetic. And besides, weren't you the one complaining about marrying me? Didn't you say it was just for convenience? Didn't you make it crystal clear that you didn't actually want this marriage? So why are you so pissed now that I gave you exactly what you wanted? Why are you whining now that I set you free? You don't get to play the victim, Victor. Not after what you said in that speech. You told all your friends, your favorite little audience, that you were forced into this marriage. You laughed about it. You knocked me. So go ahead. Tell them all now. Tell them how you got dumped at your own wedding. Tell them how the woman you didn't want threw you away first. Reiko, that was brilliant! Honestly, I can't stop thinking about how you handled that. I didn't even expect you to go that far. Tearing up the marriage certificate right at the wedding, you really made a statement. Thanks, Raina. I mean, I'm a little worried I might have gone too far with it. Maybe it was a bit much. Are you kidding? You did exactly what needed to be done. Honestly, it was perfect. You know, we were all a bit nervous, especially Dad and Mom, but now that the engagement's officially over, there's no going back. It's a relief for all of us. I'd been feeling for a while that this marriage just wasn't going to work. I loved him, I really did, but after the way he treated me, no way. But honestly, I never imagined the day would come where I'd be ripping up the marriage certificate in front of everyone like some kind of drama. But hey, it felt good, didn't it? Like a weight lifted off my shoulders. Wait, hold up. You're not really thinking this is the end of it, right? But I thought we could end it here. What do you mean, end it here? That's just the beginning. Honestly, you're being way too soft. You think this is over just because you ripped up a piece of paper? That was nothing. If you think I'm going to let someone who mocked my sweet little sister off with just a little public spectacle, you've got another thing coming. We're not stopping here. I've got a whole list of things planned, and trust me, it's not going to be easy for him. I'm going to make sure he regrets every single thing he did to you. Let's make him pay for all the humiliation, all the lies, and all the insults. This won't be just some small little revenge. It's going to be thorough. It's going to be relentless. I'm not letting anyone get away with treating you like that. You've got me behind you, Reiko. I'll take care of everything step by step. Don't worry about a thing.
What the hell, Reiko? Why do I have to be the one to pay for the alimony? You're the one who broke off the engagement without any warning. This whole thing is ridiculous. Shouldn't you be the one paying instead of me?
Alimony is for the perpetrator to pay the victim, Victor. At the wedding, in front of everyone, you openly mocked me with lies. You made a fool out of me, and that's defamation. I'm asking for compensation for the emotional distress you caused. Simple as that.
What? This is unbelievable. I'm the one suffering here. Because of you, I'm still the butt of every joke. My friends are all mocking me, saying nice job getting dumped at your own wedding. I've been ridiculed, humiliated in front of everyone. And now you're telling me I have to pay you? You're out of your mind.
Oh, really? If you feel so wronged, then go ahead and sue me for alimony. I'm not stopping you from filing for it. But here's the thing, you're going to need proof. You need solid evidence that I've caused you emotional pain. Do you have that? Can you show it?
What do you mean, proof? Someone must have recorded the whole thing. There's gotta be a video somewhere.
Oh, that's your grand plan, huh? Go ahead, ask for the video then. Go ahead and beg for it. Beg for the footage of your wife tearing up the marriage certificate in front of everyone, and then explain that you need it to claim emotional distress. Can you do that? Can you honestly get on your knees and beg for that? No, you can't, because you've got way too much pride to do something that humiliating.
Damn it, they'll give it to me without me even asking. I know they will. I don't need to beg.
If your friends are so willing to give that footage to you without asking, then they're clearly not the ones laughing at you. No, I'm the one they're laughing at, and they're doing it because of you. But you don't want to see it, do you? You don't want to face the fact that your so-called friends don't really have your back. If they really respected you, they wouldn't be mocking you like this, so don't come at me with that.
But, I mean...
Look, Victor, if you're so upset about it, then you know what you need to do. Get a lawyer, go to court. But just know that if you go down that road, we're looking at a long and messy battle. This won't be easy.
Court?
Yes, court. And don't expect me to back down. Unless you've got a real plan and you're ready to play, this is just getting started. You think I'm going to let this slide after everything you did?
No way! I'm not paying! I don't even know any lawyers! How the hell do you have one already?
Well, that's easy to answer. My sister's a lawyer.
Your sister? The one who looks exactly like you?
Yes. You know, the one you insulted by calling her almost 40? She hasn't forgotten that, not for a second. And she's not about to let you get away with what you did. She's got one of her top lawyer friends to take this on for me. So now, you've not just made an enemy out of me, you've got my sister involved too. You thought humiliating me at the wedding would be the worst of it? No, this is just the beginning, Victor. Don't think for a second that you're getting away with any of this. You've made this personal, and it's going to cost you.
What the hell is this? You're the one who ran your mouth to my company, right?
Hello, Victor. That's quite an accusation. When you say ran my mouth, I assume you mean I informed them of your behavior? Oh, and by the way, I don't remember ever giving you my contact information, so I'm curious how you got it.
I had to drag it out of my boss. Stop pretending like you didn't know. It's because of you that my company's now asking me for damages.
It's because you caused the damage that they're doing, so isn't it? It's not exactly a mystery, Victor.
What are you talking about? What the hell is this? Who are you, and how do you know all this about me?
Oh, it's quite simple, Victor. You and I met at your wedding. Remember, the one where you made a spectacle out of my sister? By the way, you also referred to me as a 40-something old woman during your speech, didn't you?
Wait, what?
Yes, that's right. I'm Reiko's older sister, Reina. And just so we're clear, I'm 38, not almost 40, as you so kindly pointed out. I really didn't appreciate the way you treated my sister at her own wedding. But now it's time to pay the price for what you did, Victor.
Wait, you're her sister?
That's correct. And it's absolutely beyond me how you could ridicule my sister like that in front of everyone. You can't just mock her and then pretend like it's all going to disappear. Now, you're going to take responsibility for your actions.
This has nothing to do with you!
Oh, but it does, Victor. You see, I'm a lawyer. And I felt it was necessary to share this information with your company. I couldn't let them remain in the dark about your history, not after what happened at the wedding. But that's not all, you see. I've also been looking into your past. Did you know that you used to be a full-time employee before you were demoted to part-time?
What does that have to do with anything?
I'll tell you what it has to do with it. As I dug into your background, I heard about your time at the store. Apparently, you've been involved in multiple incidents, including theft of supplies and property damage. And here's the kicker. While you were working with others, you were trusted to handle the store alone during night shifts. Given your track record, the company thought they could trust you, but turns out they were mistaken. They found out about everything, Victor.
That's ancient history! What's the point of bringing all this up now?
The point is that the company thought you had moved on from your past mistakes. But when I heard about your wedding and how you made a fool of my sister, I felt it was time to remind them of your history. You see, they were concerned about your trustworthiness when I told them about the wedding incident. Then as they looked further into your past, they found even more concerning things like theft from the cash register. So don't be surprised that they're coming after you for damages.
This is all your fault. If you hadn't said anything, they never would have found out.
Victor, yelling at me won't change anything. You should have thought about the consequences before you decided to treat my sister like a joke at her wedding. Now the consequences are rolling in and there's no avoiding them.
Damn it, this is unreal! Why the hell is all of this happening to me?
It's happening because of your own actions, Victor. You dug this hole yourself. The moment you decided to disrespect my sister and act like her wedding was a joke, you sealed your fate. And now your company is fully aware of your past mistakes. So now it's up to you to face the consequences. I'm just here to make sure you do.
This isn't right. You have no right to do this to me.
Oh, but I do. I'm Reiko's sister, and I'm not going to let you get away with hurting her. You thought you could laugh off your actions, but now it's time to make sure you take responsibility for them. And Victor, it's not just about the wedding anymore. It's about everything you've done up until now. You want to scream and shout about how unfair this is, but deep down, you know you brought this upon yourself.
You're all a bunch of liars!
Funny, I don't hear any apologies coming from you. You want to talk about fairness? Then let's talk about what's fair. You made my sister a joke at her own wedding, and now you're paying the price. It's as simple as that. So you can keep shouting, or you can start taking responsibility for the mess you've made. The choice is yours, Victor.
Please, Reiko. I can't handle this alone. You're the only one who can help me now. Don't leave me like this.
You really think you can turn to me now after everything? You've made your bed, Victor. You had chance after chance, and each time you threw it away. Now you expect me to clean up the mess you made?
I didn't mean for it to go this far. I didn't think things would turn out like this.
You never thought about the consequences of your actions. You never took responsibility for anything. The way you humiliated me at the wedding, the way you've treated people, and then the lies you spread about me. Did you ever think about how it would end?
I was under pressure, Reiko. You don't understand.
Oh, I understand perfectly. I understand that you're only thinking about yourself right now. You have lost everything, your friends, your reputation, your job, and now you're begging for forgiveness. But you know what? That's not enough anymore. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. I tried to believe in you, in us, but you don't deserve that anymore.
Please, just one more chance. I'll do anything. Just don't let this be the end.
You had all the chances, Victor. You think crying and begging is going to fix things? Too late. You had every opportunity to change, but you kept choosing the easy way out, lying, manipulating, and blaming everyone but yourself. Now the consequences are catching up to you, and you want me to just swoop in and save you?
I didn't know how much I'd hurt you. I never meant to destroy everything.
You're right. You didn't know. You never understood what your actions meant until now, and now it's too late to fix it. You've hurt more people than you'll ever realize. You've crossed too many lines, and now you're facing the consequences alone. And you know what? That's exactly what you deserve. The world doesn't revolve around you, and neither do I.
But Reiko, I love you. I can't lose you. I'll change. I'll be different. Just please.
Love? You don't know what love is, Victor. You only care about yourself. You've never cared about anyone but your own ego. I loved you once, but that's not enough anymore. You've lost everything, and it's not my job to pick up the pieces.
No, please, please don't do this to me.
Goodbye, Victor. It's over.
Reiko, I've got some really good news for you.
Oh, what's going on, Reina? You've got that tone. What happened?
Well, your ex-fiancé, it looks like he's in a world of trouble now. The company's filed for damages and he's somehow managed to rack up a massive amount of debt over it. To make matters worse, he was fired from his part-time job, and the rumors have spread like wildfire. No one wants to hire him now. I heard the company even filed a report against him, and he might end up arrested soon. I can't believe things went that far. So it's really over for him? Yeah, seems like it. Honestly, I thought he might just get away with a slap on the wrist, but no, this is way worse than I thought. By the way, how's everything going on your side? Have you been able to get the compensation from him? That's the thing, Raina. It's proving harder than I thought. I've been in the middle of the lawsuit process, but it's dragging on longer than expected. I'll get there, but it's taking more time than I'd like. Of course I get it, but honestly, now that I'm hearing about how much trouble he's in, I'm glad things are going the way they are for you. He's suffering the consequences of his actions. But as for you, make sure you keep pushing for what you deserve. Don't back down. I won't, trust me. I'm not giving up, but you know what? I found out something interesting today. He's been cut off from his family, too. They don't want anything to do with him now. He's alone, completely alone. The friends he used to boast about, all of them have turned their backs on him, too. They're all laughing at him, saying karma's a bitch and all those things. I honestly didn't expect this, but now that I'm seeing the situation, I'm not sure I feel sorry for him anymore. Well, sounds like he really shot himself in the foot there. I get it. It's hard not to feel like maybe there was something more you could have done for him, right? Maybe if you'd talked to him more, tried to help him earlier, things wouldn't have spiraled so out of control. Exactly. I keep thinking, could I have done something differently? Should I have stepped in before things got this bad? I was just so focused on what he was doing, what he was saying to me. I thought maybe if I just kept my patience, things would get better, but now I'm not so sure. I understand. It's a tough spot to be in, especially for someone like you, Reiko. You care so much, sometimes a little too much. You try to fix things for everyone, even when they're beyond fixing. But here's the thing, this doesn't mean you failed. It just means that there are things you can't control. Sometimes letting go is what's best for you and them. Yeah, I'm realizing that now. I thought I could carry the weight of it all myself. Looking at the situation, I see now that I can't, and that's okay. It's not weakness to need help or to step back when things are out of your hands. I have to trust people, let them step in when they need to. Exactly. It's about finding that balance, Reiko. You don't have to carry it all alone. You've got people who care about you, and you can lean on them. But most importantly, you have to trust them. You can't keep trying to save everyone by yourself. You've got to allow people to help you in return. Yeah, I think you're right. I've learned a lot from this whole mess. I've been so focused on fixing others that I've lost sight of what I need to do for myself. Maybe it's time I take a step back and learn how to trust people more rather than constantly carrying everything myself. You're getting there, Reiko. It's all a process. You're stronger than you realize, and as for him, well, he made his own bed, didn't he? Now he'll have to lie in it. It's tough, but sometimes people don't change until they hit rock bottom. You're right. He made his choices, and now it's too late. I just hope somehow he learns something from all of this. But for now, I need to focus on me. On what's next for me, and finally stop carrying the burden of his mistakes on my shoulders. That's the spirit. You've got this, Reiko. Victor was ordered to pay a staggering $50,000 in damages by the convenience store company he had worked for. It seems that despite his best efforts to fight back with a lawsuit, the case was an uphill battle. The evidence against him was solid and undeniable, especially the security camera footage, which captured every detail of his actions. It was clear to the court that he had done wrong, and ultimately he lost the case. This defeat was just the beginning of his problems. The $50,000 in damages was just the start. The court fees piled on top, further compounding his already precarious financial situation. The debts he now faced were monumental, and even though he tried to put up a fight, it was only a matter of time before it all came crashing down. And if that wasn't enough, he found himself in a desperate financial situation. With no money to pay me the compensation I was owed, he decided to come to my house. But his actions didn't stop there. In his state of panic, he caused a great deal of trouble, which forced me to call the police. His behavior was erratic and the situation escalated quickly. As a result, I was granted a restraining order against him. Soon after, the convenience store he worked for filed a formal complaint, and the police accepted the report, which led to his arrest. Even if he's released, his problems will not disappear. The debts he owes both me and others will still follow him. There's no escaping the consequences now. The life he's built for himself is shattered, and it's clear that he's facing a long and difficult road ahead. The idea of him having to live with the repercussions of his actions for the rest of his life, knowing that he's responsible for the pain he's caused, fills me with a sense of justice. There's a certain satisfaction in knowing that he can't escape the mess he's created. He now left to deal with the consequences of his own choices, and there's a part of me that feels relief, even though it doesn't change what happened. On the other hand, I made a decision that I thought was necessary for my own peace of mind. I moved to a new place, just in case Victor or anyone else tried to cause any further trouble. At first, the change was difficult. Moving into a new environment always comes with its own set of challenges, and I had to adjust to being in a completely different place. It wasn't easy, and there were moments when I felt overwhelmed. However, I had been lucky enough to have the unwavering support of my friends and family, and thanks to their encouragement and help, I've managed to get through this tough period. Being alone can be tough, and at times it does get lonely. There's no denying that. But I've learned that solitude isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's allowed me to take a step back, reflect on what I've been through, and focus on my own growth. I know that I am stronger for having gone through this experience, even though it was painful. Now, with Victor's actions firmly in my past, I am choosing to move forward. I've reflected deeply on the lessons I've learned, and I am determined to use this experience as a stepping stone for personal growth. I refuse to let Victor's mistakes define my future. Hey, wait a minute. What the hell is going on? I just saw Amber. Why is she here? Why is she with you?
What do you mean, why? You're giving birth. She wanted to come see it.
What? Why would she come? I haven't seen Amber since we graduated from college. I haven't talked to her in years. I really don't want her, or anyone really, watching me give birth. This is personal.
Oh, come on. What's the big deal? It's not embarrassing or anything. Giving birth is this incredible, mystical experience. You should be proud, not shy.
That's not the point, and you know it. Just anyone, it's Amber. She's your ex-girlfriend.
So what? That's what makes it funny. Imagine looking back on this years later and laughing about it.
Laughing about it?
Yeah, just picture it. Oh, remember that time you gave birth and my ex was there in the delivery room? Classic story.
Are you out of your mind?
Hey, relax. We're both here to support you. I figured the more the merrier. Let's be real. Our kid is kinda her kid too, right?
Excuse me?
Well, in a way. I mean, I used to date her, so technically it's like full circle, right? Like a weird family reunion?
I swear to God, when I am out of this bed, you are going to regret this.
Oh, come on, just focus on pushing that baby out. No need to get so worked up.
If looks could kill, you'd be dead.
Hey, I'm just saying I'm standing right here cheering you on. A little gratitude wouldn't hurt.
Get out now.
Oh man, this is gonna make for an amazing video! Hey, you know, prank videos are trending among young people these days. If I do this right, I might actually make some real money!
Excuse me? What exactly do you think you're doing? Do you even realize what you're saying? I just gave birth to your child, and you're telling me you're going to use it as content for some stupid online prank?
Jeez, don't be so dramatic! It's not like I'm doing anything bad. I'll blur out the baby's face. It's not a big deal. People online love shocking content. If you just loosen up a little, you'd get it. Even Amber thought it was hilarious. She said this is the kind of thing that'll go viral instantly.
Are you serious right now? You're telling me your ex-girlfriend thinks my childbirth is hilarious?
Yeah, and you know what? The fact that we got kicked out of the hospital is just the cherry on top. That's gonna make the video even better. People eat up that kind of drama.
All right, then tell me, what were you planning on titling this masterpiece of yours?
Oh, that's easy. Watching my wife give birth with my ex-girlfriend, LOL.
You're kidding.
Nope. I guarantee this is gonna be huge. I mean, come on, it's pure gold, it's funny, it's unexpected, and it's got just the right amount of chaos. This could be the thing that finally turns everything around for me.
Turns everything around? Oh, I get it now. This is about your debt, isn't it? You're hoping that going viral will somehow fix the giant mess you've made gambling, huh?
Damn right, I'm a father now, aren't I? I gotta start making real money. You should be happy about this. If I start raking in the cash, it's gonna benefit you and the kid too.
You know what would actually make me happy? If you made money in a respectable way. Not by humiliating me and turning my labor into a joke for strangers to laugh at.
Hey, I do have a real job, all right? I work for a real estate agency, but do you see any money rolling in? No, because this economy is total garbage. Bust my ass every day and it still isn't enough. What do you expect me to do?
Oh, give me a break. You're broke because you gambled everything away. That has nothing to do with the economy. That's just you being reckless and selfish.
You think I wanted to get into gambling? I didn't have a choice. When you're drowning, you'll grab onto anything that might keep you afloat.
Wow, you actually think that's an excuse? Unreal. And now you're trying to drag me and our child into your mess by filming my labor like it's some kind of reality show.
Oh my God, you're so uptight. It's just a joke. It's entertainment. People will laugh and we'll make money. Why do you have to suck the fun out of everything?
Maybe because giving birth isn't supposed to be fun for random strangers on the internet. Maybe because you, of all people, should have been there for me instead of bringing your ex-girlfriend along for the ride.
Not this again. It's just Amber. Why are you so worked up about it? We're friends now. There's nothing between us anymore. You're being paranoid.
I am not paranoid. I am tired. I am exhausted. I just brought your child into this world, and you can't even pretend to take that seriously. You're standing here acting like some dumb video is more important than what just happened.
Jesus, chill out. It's not like you had to do it alone. I was right there the whole time. You should be grateful I showed up at all.
Grateful? Grateful? You think I should be grateful that you waltzed in here with your ex-girlfriend like this is some kind of circus act? That you laughed and filmed while I was in agony? Are you even hearing yourself?
Oh, come on. It's not like I was the only one laughing. Amber thought it was funny too.
Amber thought it was funny. Wow, that's your defense? Your ex-girlfriend thought my childbirth was entertaining?
Yeah, because she actually has a sense of humor, unlike you. You're acting like this is some massive betrayal or something.
It is a betrayal. This was supposed to be an intimate moment for us, not a damn joke for you and Amber to bond over.
Man, Amber was so right about you.
What did she say?
She said you haven't changed one bit, that you're still just as stuck up and self-righteous as you were in college.
Of course she did. And you agreed, didn't you?
Damn right I did. You're exactly the same as back then, always the fun police. Always ruining things for everyone. You remember that time in college when you ratted us out to the professor?
Are you seriously bringing that up now?
Yeah, because it proves my point. We were just messing around and you ran straight to the professor like some goody two-shoes snitch.
You tried to slash his tires. That's not messing around. That's a crime.
It was just a prank.
You put nails under his tires.
And you told on us. You could have just kept your mouth shut.
I wasn't going to sit there and let you destroy someone's car. What was I supposed to do? Let it happen?
You could have looked the other way, but no, you just had to act all high and mighty.
Oh my God, do you even hear yourself? You're acting like you're the victim because I stopped you from committing a felony.
It wasn't that serious.
You know what? I don't have the energy for this. Do whatever you want. Upload your stupid video. Humiliate me. I don't care anymore.
Glad you're finally seeing reason. Anyway, I gotta go drop Amber off.
What?
Your parents are here visiting, right? So I'll let them keep you company while I take Amber home.
You are unbelievable.
Oh, and I gotta start editing the video, too. Can't waste time. Gotta strike while the iron is hot.
Hey, Amber, explain this to me right now. Look, I swear I didn't know anything. Davis just called me out of nowhere saying there was something funny I just had to see. Next thing I know, I'm in a hospital standing right in front of you. I had no idea you were giving birth today. So you're saying you were dragged into this against your will? That you had no clue what was happening? Exactly. I was totally blindsided. I mean, Davis told the hospital staff I was your sister just to get me in there. Your sister, Sherry. Do you know how ridiculous that was? Oh, so you were against it? Funny, because from where I was lying, you seemed to be having a great time. Well, what was I supposed to do? Walk in there with a pissed-off face and start yelling at him in the middle of your delivery? You were literally in labor, Sherry. I didn't know how to react. I panicked, okay? I just tried to go along with it. Right. You tried to go along with it. Because you couldn't possibly have said, Davis, this is a bad idea. Maybe we shouldn't be turning my ex-friend's childbirth into some twisted joke. I'm sorry, all right? I really am. If I knew what he was planning, I wouldn't have come. Then prove it. Because right now, Davis is planning to edit that whole scene into one of his stupid prank videos and upload it for everyone to see. Yeah, I figured as much. He's been talking about it like it's his big comeback or something. And you don't think that's a problem? I mean, he said he'd blur out our faces, so technically... Amber. Okay, yeah, it's messed up. I get it. So tell him to stop. Tell him not to post it. I already tried. He won't listen to me. He said he got your permission, so he thinks it's fine. My permission? Are you kidding me? I never gave him permission. When would I have done that between contractions? I don't know. He just told me you were cool with it. That's why I didn't push back harder. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. You're seriously telling me you're this helpless, that there's nothing you can do? Look, Davis does whatever he wants. You know that. I don't have control over him any more than you do. Amber, you're practically married to him. Yeah, and that doesn't mean I can magically make him stop being an idiot. No, but it does mean you're complicit. You knew this was happening, and instead of stopping him, you're standing here making excuses. What do you want me to do, Sherry? Yell at him? Fight with him? Say goodbye to him? I want you to actually take responsibility instead of shrugging your shoulders and acting like this is out of your hands. Fine, you want honesty? Here's honesty. Even if I told him to stop, he'd do it anyway. He'd probably just find a way to make me look bad in the process. That's how he is. That's how he's always been. You're the one who married him. Yeah, I did, and I regret it more and more every day. Wow. Look, I know you hate me, and I know you think I'm just as bad as him. Maybe I am, but I didn't plan this, and I didn't want it to happen. That's the truth. Then do something about it, because if you don't, you're just letting him get away with it. Again, just like in college. Oh, for God's sake, not this again. Yes, this again, because this is just like what happened back then. When everyone sat back and laughed while Davis went too far. That was years ago, Sherry. Let it go already. Let it go? Amber, you and Davis literally tormented a professor because you thought it was funny. It wasn't torment, it was a prank, and everyone's over it except for you. Because it wasn't just a prank. You tried to destroy the man's car. You could have gotten expelled. But we didn't, and you told the professor, and he forgave us, so what's the problem? The problem is that none of you ever learned from it. You all just laughed it off, and now you're still acting like nothing has consequences. Okay, you know what? I don't need this. I came here to apologize, not to get another lecture. Right, apologize, and then do nothing. Again. You know, Davis was right. You haven't changed at all. Oh, trust me, I have. Because the old me wouldn't have wasted time arguing with you. Look, I don't know what to tell you. If you really want the video gone, take it up with Davis yourself. But I'm not getting in the middle of this. Of course you're not. I do feel bad, you know. Then prove it. But you won't, because deep down you don't feel bad enough to actually do anything. I have to go. Yeah, you always do.
Hey, you just had to ruin everything again, didn't you? My prank video was finally taking off and you just had to interfere.
I just voiced my opinion as the person who was humiliated in that video. Let's get one thing straight. You didn't go viral. You got flamed.
Sure, a bunch of uptight idiots are whining about it, but the fact that it's spreading means plenty of people found it entertaining. This was supposed to be my big break as a content creator, and now you've ruined it!
You're seriously blaming me for this? You humiliated me, turned my most vulnerable moment into some disgusting joke, and now that people are calling you out for it, you think I'm the problem?
Yeah, because you couldn't just shut up and go along with it. If you had laughed it off, people would have moved on, but no, you had to make it all serious and dramatic. You turned it into a scandal.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I have smiled for the camera while I was lying in a hospital bed, exhausted and in pain, while my husband stood there laughing with his ex-girlfriend? Is that what you wanted?
Don't be so dramatic. Childbirth isn't some tragic event. It's natural. Women have been doing it for thousands of years.
Oh, screw you. You weren't the one lying there, legs spread, pushing a baby out while a damn audience watched it like it was some reality show. You weren't the one being laughed at.
Nobody was laughing at you. They were laughing at the situation. You're the one making it humiliating by overreacting like this.
Oh, so I should just take a joke, is that it? I should just let you exploit me for clicks and pretend like it's all fine?
Exactly, that's what a supportive wife would do. Instead, you go and ruin everything again.
Unbelievable. And you really think this is your big break? You actually believe this is your path to success?
It would have been. But thanks to you, now it's just another controversy.
There was no would have been. Your name is out there now, but not in the way you wanted. You didn't go viral. You got torn apart. And the only thing people feel for you is disgust.
You don't get it. That's the beauty of the internet. Haters mean engagement. Engagement means money. As long as people are talking about me, I win.
Oh, you're delusional. You think brands are going to sponsor you after this? You think anyone's going to want to work with you? Your name is garbage now.
We'll see about that. This is just the beginning.
No, it's the end. You've made yourself unemployable. Your face is out there. Your name is out there. Your boss probably saw it. Your coworkers probably saw it. You can't just go back to your normal life after this.
Who cares? I was already planning to quit. This just speeds things up.
Oh, of course. So you're just going to throw away your job for a failed YouTube career?
It's not failed. It's just the first step. I don't need some shitty office job anyway. I was always meant for something bigger.
Bigger? You mean like the massive debt you've racked up from gambling? You think you're going to pay that off with some internet stunt?
That's exactly what I'm going to do. Once I start making real money, you'll see. And then what? You'll come crawling back, begging to be part of it?
You're disgusting. You are actually disgusting.
Oh, come on, don't act all high and mighty. You're just pissed because you thought you could control me, and now you can't. Well, newsflash, you never could.
Control you? I was trying to believe in you. I was hoping you'd be a father, a husband. But I was wrong.
Fine, if that's how you feel, then we're done. We're getting a divorce.
Wow, just like that, huh? Our child isn't even a month old and you're already running away?
Like I give a shit. That kid's yours, not mine. You can do whatever you want with it. I got my own life to live.
Did you seriously just call our baby it?
What, you expect me to act like some proud father or something? I told you I'm done with this family crap. I never wanted it in the first place.
Then why did you even stay this long? Why did you pretend to give a damn?
Because I thought I could make it work. I thought maybe you'd change. But nope, you're still the same nagging, self-righteous pain in the ass you've always been.
And you're still the same selfish, immature coward. The second things get hard, you run.
Whatever. I'll be fine without you. Better even.
And what exactly do you think you're going to do now? Your video completely backfired. You've lost any credibility you had. You think you're going to just bounce back from this?
Of course I will. This is all part of the plan. These days, controversy is just another tool for success. People know my name now. They know my face. Whether they love me or hate me, they're watching.
That's not fame. That's infamy. And there's a difference.
Oh, please, you think I care about that? Infamy pays the bills just as well as fame. Maybe even better.
Not for long. Your 15 minutes will be up soon, and when that happens, you'll be nothing.
We'll see.
We will. And when you finally hit rock bottom, when you realize you've lost everything, don't you dare come crawling back.
As if I ever would. You're the one who's gonna regret this.
The only thing I regret is ever believing in you. Hey, I saw you walking around with Amber again. What's going on? You said there was nothing between you two.
Huh? Are you seriously following me now? It was just a coincidence that we bumped into each other on the street and we talked for a bit. What's your problem? We're divorced, remember? Just leave me alone.
But you actually went into Amber's shop, didn't you? What business did you have there? It's a ladies' shop.
That shop is one of the properties we handle. I was just checking it out because of work, no big deal.
Oh, really? That's some smooth talking you've got there. Sure, the shop was part of your real estate portfolio, but isn't it funny how you just happened to run into her there?
What are you getting at?
Don't play dumb with me. You ran into her because of work, right? That's when you two got closer? And we both know you were struggling financially, so you ended up doing, well, things you shouldn't have.
What the hell are you talking about? You've been snooping around, haven't you?
I've gathered everything I need. Raising a newborn on my own was tough, but I managed. And now I'm putting the pieces together. Don't think I don't know what's going on.
Enough already. We're strangers now. Just let it go.
I can't just ignore the crimes of my ex-husband.
What? Crimes?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. You and Amber teaming up for something shady. Honestly, you'd be better off just admitting it and coming clean.
Cut the crap! What the hell are you saying? I haven't committed any crime! Stop accusing me of stuff!
You went into Amber's shop today, right? You were there to pick up a client list, weren't you? You were collecting personal data from her shop and then selling it to contractors using your real estate connections to make a quick buck. That's pretty low, even for you.
What? No, I don't know anything about that! You're just making stuff up. Are you sure you're not just tired or something?
I might be tired, but the things I found are far from meaningless. Let's see what the police think about all this. You think I'm just imagining things? I've got everything lined up.
Wait, hold on. You better stop right there. You can't just try to pin this on me.
I told you I've done my homework. At first, I was just following you to gather proof of the affair, but then I found something even worse. I've got all the evidence I need, and I could show it to you piece by piece if you want. You think you're clever, but you're not as untouchable as you think.
All right, I admit it. I did cheat, okay? But this wasn't just me.
What do you mean by that?
Amber came to me with the idea. She told me there were people out there willing to buy client information and it'd bring in a good amount of cash. She asked me to help her out, so I did. It wasn't even my idea. She pushed me into it. I didn't want to do it, but she said we were both desperate.
But you agreed to it, so you're just as guilty as she is. You can't throw her under the bus to save your own skin.
Yeah, I get that, but you don't understand. Amber was desperate. She was crying, saying her mom was sick and that she needed money. What was I supposed to do? She made me feel bad, like I was the only one who could help her.
So let me get this straight. Amber had connections to these people, but instead of dealing with them herself, she came to you, the guy who can't keep his mouth shut about anything. What a joke.
I don't know. I really don't. But it wasn't all my fault, okay? I swear, I didn't think it would go this far. I didn't think we were actually crossing a line.
No. You can keep making excuses all you want, but it's too late for that. I've already told your company about everything.
What?
Yeah, I've informed them that you might be selling customer information to list brokers. They're probably going to investigate this. You'll have the chance to prove your innocence then. The investigation will clear things up, or it'll make things worse for you. Either way, this is going to blow up.
What the hell? What the hell is wrong with you? Are you crazy?
I've already done it. You'll see. You can try to talk your way out of this, but it's too late now. It's already in motion. You don't have the control anymore.
Damn it! This is going too far! I've got to fix this somehow. If it gets out, I'm finished! You have no idea what you've just done!
You really think you can just cover it up now? The truth's already out. You can't run from it anymore. How do you plan on getting out of this mess? You think your charm or your real estate connections can save you? And this is bigger than you, and Amber's no longer your shield.
You're making it worse, you know that? I'm already screwed! You just made sure it's all over now! Do you even understand what you've done? I was barely hanging on, but now? Now I don't know how I'm gonna fix this!
Look at you. You keep lying to yourself. You think you can dig yourself out of this hole? There's no going back, and you can't just blame me for everything. You knew what you were doing. If you wanted to get out of it, you should have never gotten involved in the first place.
I was just trying to survive! I didn't ask for any of this! Amber, she dragged me into this! I didn't think it would end like this. I wasn't trying to hurt anyone. But now it's all falling apart. You're making sure I can't escape it.
You keep saying it's Amber's fault. You keep shifting the blame, but it's you who made the decision. You agreed to it. You followed through, so stop pretending like you had no part in it.
Fine. I admit it. I made the wrong choice. But that doesn't change anything now, does it? The damage is done and there's nothing I can do to undo it.
I can't believe you're still trying to act like this isn't your fault. You have done so much damage already and you're just making it worse. The best thing you can do now is face the consequences and stop trying to cover it up. This is your mess and you've got to own it. Hey, I heard about it. You exposed everything, didn't you? Davis was all flustered about it. Yeah, I was trying to gather proof of the affair, but I ended up stumbling across something I wasn't expecting. It was worse than I thought. And once I knew I couldn't just stay quiet about it, I had to do something. I've already informed Davis's company, so they'll handle the rest.
Wait, so you included me in all of this too?
Of course, you two are both in this together. You're accomplices, aren't you?
No, this was all Davis's doing.
Huh?
I didn't want to do anything, but when he told me his mother was sick, I felt bad for him. So I gave him the customer info from the shop. I felt sorry and I thought I was helping. It just happened like that.
Davis told me the same thing, that it was your idea. He said his mother was sick too.
That's a lie. He's the one who came to me first. It wasn't me. I wasn't the one who brought this up. If this keeps going like this, I am going to be blamed for something I didn't do. You need to do something about this.
But even if he brought it up first, you agreed to it, didn't you? You made the decision to give him the information. You knew what was going on and you still decided to help him. It's not some baseless accusation.
Do you have no heart at all? When someone tells you their mother is sick, you can't just ignore it. How could I turn him away when he was in distress? You think that doesn't affect someone? I thought I was being compassionate. I thought I was helping, but now you're turning this all around on me. It's like I'm the villain here.
So what about all those people whose personal information was misused? What about them? Maybe their mothers are sick too, and now they're the ones getting scammed by some shady business. Do you even stop to think about how they're going to feel? What happens to them now that their information is out there?
That's not our fault. It's the fault of those criminals who are buying the information. We didn't make them do anything. We were just trying to help.
Oh, I see. That's how it is? You're just going to keep denying it and shift the blame. Well, I'm done with trying to argue this. I've already told you everything, but just listen to what I have to say next.
What is this?
It's the conversation between you and Davis at the cafe. I had planted a bug in Davis's bag.
Wait, that's disgusting. Isn't that illegal?
According to this recording, it sounds like both of you were eagerly planning together. There's no sign of one of you being forced or unwilling.
Does it really seem like that to you? You've been like this for as long as I've known you. Because we sold personal information, it's a problem for you now, huh?
That's not what this is about.
It's like what happened with that professor. No one was bothering you, yet you still went and tattled. You really try and act all righteous, and it's annoying as hell.
Wow, so this is your true nature, huh? After saying you were sorry and that you'd reflect?
Why the hell did Davis marry a woman like you anyway? Seriously, you're the type of person I can't stand. Were you upset because you got laughed at in the delivery room? What, you think that's the worst thing you could have experienced? You're just the kind of person who's going to be made fun of anyway. That's what you get for being such a goody-goody.
Are you finished? Seriously, you talk a lot for a criminal.
You? I will never forgive you for this. You hear me? Do you even understand my situation? I am drowning in debt. I can't afford to hold back anymore. You think you're some kind of hero just because you uncovered a crime? This is no joke. You can't live just by spouting off ideals like that.
I'm not trying to be some kind of hero. I did this because I was absolutely furious at you two.
What?
It's the same thing as what happened with the professor. I reported it because I hated you. I'm not some do-gooder. I did it for myself. You two humiliated me, and I thought it was about time you both got punished for it.
So now you're admitting it. You're just the lowest kind of person. Do you actually enjoy doing this for your own satisfaction?
I'm just like you. You can't live off ideals alone. You think I'm different from you? I'm doing what I need to survive, and so are you. What makes you think I'm going to let you get away with all this just because you act like you're better than me? Well, here's the thing. You're not the only one struggling. You don't know what it's like to have everything fall apart around you, do you? You don't have the right to act like you're the only one who's ever been through hard times.
I don't need you to tell me how to live. I don't owe you any explanations.
But you still need to face the truth. This isn't just about the past anymore. This is about what you've done to others, to me, and I'm not going to stand by and let it slide. I don't care about your truth. I'm sick of hearing it. Do whatever you want. You can pretend like you don't care, but you know that what I've done isn't just out of revenge. This is bigger than that. You can't keep running away from everything you've done, from everything you've covered up. And don't think I'll stop either. You'll pay for this.
You have no idea, do you? It's all your fault that my life is falling apart. Amber and I, now we're both being sued because of you!
Yeah, I know. Honestly, it's not even surprising at this point. It's exactly what I expected to happen.
And because of all this, Amber and I are sinking deeper into debt! We might not even make it out of this. We might end up losing everything!
Well, that's life. It's your problem to figure out now, isn't it?
So you don't feel even a little bit guilty about what you've done? You don't feel any responsibility for what happened to us?
What are you talking about? I didn't do anything.
You're serious? You really don't get it? It's because of you that everything's destroyed! My life, Amber's life, everything! We didn't deserve this. All we've done is try to move on with our lives, but you've ruined it all!
What are you even talking about? You've done plenty of awful things too. Laughing at me while I was in labor, cheating on me, selling personal info you got from work. Are you seriously going to act like you haven't all messed up here?
I know what we've done, all right? But that stuff, that's between Amber and me. You have no right to bring it up like this. It was our mess to clean up, not yours. You had no business interfering. All of this, it's all your fault.
Look, I'm done talking about this. You two are getting exactly what you deserve, and frankly, I don't care anymore. What happens to you now, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? And don't think for a second you're getting away without paying the alimony. Oh, and the child support, don't forget about that.
You really are the worst. Seriously, I don't know why I even bothered. Fine, you want me to pay? Sure, I'll pay. Alimony, child support, whatever you want. But mark my words, I'm gonna make it big. I'm gonna show you all. And when I do, I'll come back and I'll make you the laughing stock. You'll see. You'll regret what you did to me.
Make it big? What, now you think you're going to be some big shot?
Yeah, that's right. You see, this whole mess, it's actually worked out in my favor. I've been getting all kinds of attention online. People are sick of all the soft, lame content out there. They want something real, something raw. And my pranks, they're getting all the views. People love the chaos.
Really? So now you're a social media sensation. Oh, that's funny. You do realize there are always people like you who crave attention, right? It's the same everywhere.
Don't be stupid. You think this is just a phase? This is how you break through! I've had a prank in the delivery room and it's been seen over 1 million times. Yeah, they pulled the ads, but the attention I've gotten, that's priceless. People know my name now. People are talking about me. You can't take that away.
And that's supposed to impress me?
It's not about impressing you. It's about me showing everyone who ever doubted me that I'm here to stay. You think I won't use this? You think I'll just let this go? No way. I'm gonna ride this wave and make it to the top. And when I do, I'm gonna come back for you, for everything you did to me. You think you've seen the last of me? Think again. I'm coming for you. Get ready. Ha!
Your channel's gone, though. Have you checked? It's already been deleted.
What? What do you mean? What's happening?
Didn't you see? Multiple reports were filed about your channel. You think it's just bad luck? No, it's not. That's what happens when you make garbage content that crosses the line. Your last video, the one with the burning love letter, what did you think was going to happen? You're seriously that out of touch?
You did this! You reported me, didn't you? You're the one behind all of this!
Of course I did. Do you really think I'd just sit back and let you destroy everything? Your videos are a train wreck, and they're only going to drag you down further. You didn't even blur my face, for crying out loud. You really thought you could get away with that?
Damn it! This was supposed to be my big break! I thought I finally had it!
Well, you don't. You've messed up. And now you've got to deal with the consequences. No money, no home, no future. How does it feel?
You think this is it? You think you've won? No way! I'll be back! I'll find a way to come out on top, and when I do, you'll wish you never crossed me! Just you wait! I'll make you regret this! I swear, you'll regret it!
Good luck with that. You'll need it. You're going to have a hard time climbing back up from this mess that you've made. But hey, figure it out. You're on your own now.
Hey! I know you're in there! Open the damn door! Don't think you're getting away with this! Come out here now!
What? What's going on? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me! Stop pretending like you're not home! I'm standing right outside the door, and I'm not leaving until you open it now!
I've already moved out, you know. I'm not even living there anymore.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
The place is empty. I don't live there anymore, so maybe you should stop banging on the door and wasting your time. It's not going to change anything. Just get in your car and go back where you came from.
What do you mean you moved out? Where the hell did you go? Tell me!
I'm not going to tell you. Not after everything that's happened. You think I'm going to give you any more of my information after all the threats? After everything you've done?
Huh? Wait a second, how did you know I came by car?
What are you talking about? Of course I know. You always drive around in your car every time. It's pretty obvious. You think I wouldn't notice? Now just leave already. I really don't care what happens to you at this point, whether you have a place to go or not. But you need to get the hell out of here.
You think you could just walk away from this, don't you? You're not getting off that easily. I swear you'll pay for everything. Wait, what the hell is this? My car's got a flat tire. Are you serious?
Well, that's a shame. That's real bad luck, isn't it?
Wait, did you do this? Did you stick a nail in my tire? There's one lodged in the rear tire. It was you, wasn't it? You're the one who did this.
No. I don't even live there anymore. How would I have done that? You're getting paranoid over nothing. You need to stop with these ridiculous accusations.
You've got to be kidding me! Who else would do something like this? Who else has any reason to screw with me?
Maybe some of the kids around the neighborhood? Who knows? They're always up to no good. But honestly, I'm not going to feel sorry for you. This isn't something to laugh off, and I am not going to just forgive you for everything that's happened between us. You think it's all some kind of joke, but you've pushed me too far. This isn't some funny prank anymore. I am done with that. David and Amber were each ordered to pay fines as well as compensation for the victims and restitution for the damages caused by their actions. David, having lost his job, his home, his trust, and his wealth, has fallen deeper and deeper into gambling. He's continued to rack up debt, and from what I've heard, he's now completely consumed by it, unable to find a way out of the mess he's created. It's tragic, but I can't help but feel like it's the inevitable result of his actions. He made his own bed, and now he has to lie in it. As for Amber, she was, unsurprisingly, fired from her position at the shop. Like Davis, she's drowning in debt and living a life filled with hardship. I suppose it's what they both deserve for what they've done to others. After all, these were two people who were supposed to be responsible for their actions, yet they chose to take advantage of people and manipulate situations to their benefit. Now they're paying the price for their lack of integrity. Given the circumstances, it's no surprise that Davis and Amber, having been involved with each other during all of this, are not finding any solace in each other's company. They've both betrayed each other and neither can rely on the other for support. They're now living separate lives, and from what I hear, they harbor resentment toward one another as they struggle to keep afloat in their own personal chaos. It's hard to feel sympathy for them, especially when I think about how they brought this all upon themselves. There's an undeniable sense of satisfaction in seeing them face the consequences of their actions. As for me, I'm doing my best as a single mother. It's been difficult, of course, trying to juggle work and raising my child. But thanks to the support of my parents and close friends, I've managed to balance it all. There are challenges, no doubt, but I find strength in knowing that what I'm doing is right for my child, teaching them values that will help them grow into someone responsible and kind. Looking at Davis and Amber, I can't help but use them as cautionary tale for what can happen when people act recklessly and without regard for others. They've fallen so far, and while they may never understand the impact of their actions, I'm determined to raise my child differently, with love and care, so they never go down the same path. When, just to clarify, the flat tire that was supposedly linked to me, I had absolutely nothing to do with it. I honestly think it was either some prank or simply bad luck, like stepping on a nail. But, as I said, it's really no big deal. If someone wants to blame me for it, I can laugh it off. It's just another small annoyance in life, and I won't let it get to me.